Shalom Aleichem, Moirav Rabbi Sai. I apologize, it's been a little while since I said a Dvar Torah here. In fact, this week, I've been in Dubai and talk about Lech Lecha Me'artzecha, leaving your land. I couldn't help but think the Yidden who went to Dubai and the beautiful community there. There's a Chabad house, the hotel, they give you kosher food now. It's quite unbelievable. So it's only appropriate that I should resume on Parshas Lech Lecha, which also happens to be a parsha that my uncle Laybi, my father's uncle Laybi, I've spoken about my various uncles of my parents who used to tell me Dvar Torah. My uncle Laybi, who was always liked to play on words, he always used to find a very interesting twist within every letter, within every word of the posuk of the Torah. In fact, his own name, he used to be called Klein. When in Hungary before the war, the name was Klein, which had the letters Kuf, Lamed, and Nun. And when he came to Israel, it was very Zionistic, and he saw that the city of Ashkelon had the same letters, Kuf Lamed Nun. He formally changed his name to Laybi Ashkelon, and the family since then is called Ashkelon. So I want to give over a word that he told Parshas Lech Lecha. Hashem said to Avram Avinu, he said to him, you should go out from your homeland, and I'm going to, from your father's home, and I'll bless you. Va'agadlo shemecha. I'm going to make your name great. So Laybi used to say, not just I'm going to make you into a great nation, which of course Avraham Avinu became a great person, the leader of the Jewish people, the first Jew, but literally, va'agadlo shemecha, I'm going to make your name bigger. He used to be Avram, and Hashem added the hey, and his name became Avraham. And that's what va'agadlo shemecha means. And from the time that Hashem gave Avraham his new name, he says to him, V'lo yikorei oides shimcha Avram. I'm not going to call you anymore. Avram is finished. V'hoyo shimcha Avraham. Your name will be Avraham. And from that time on, we only refer to him as Avraham Avinu. If we have we want to name a Jewish boy, we call him Avraham, etc., etc. Avram, as a name, has disappeared from the Jewish lexicon. So it's very interesting because we see a similar story with Yaakov Avinu, another one of the Avos, where the story that he wrestled with the angel, and after that incident, Hashem says to him, your name is no longer going to be Yaakov. Your name is going to be Yisrael, because you wrestled Kisoriso. So, what do we find since that incident? Everybody still calls him Yaakov. If we have a Jewish boy, we call him Yaakov. The Beth Jacob, the Shul, everything is Yaakov today. Why is it that with Avraham, we change the name and that's it? And with Yaakov, in Israel, we use Israel as well, but Yaakov still stayed. So Laybi told me a very interesting thing. The number of letters in Avraham, Yitzchok, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rochel, and Leah is 26. If you count the letters in all of the forefathers and the mothers, it's 26. 26 is a significant number in Judaism because it is the gematria of Hashem's name, of Yud and Hey and Vov and Hey together comes to 26. So if we would, so it's meaningful that the Avos and the Imovos comes to Hashem's name. If we would change Yaakov to Yisrael, there would be another letter, would be 27, and we wouldn't have that anymore. So maybe one of the reasons is that by keeping Yaakov, we can keep the balance at 26. So therefore, for example, in the Shemona Esrei, when we say the brachos, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchok, Velokei Yaakov, over there, those words, Elokei Avraham, Elokei Yitzchok, Velokei, also is 26 letters. If we would say Elokei Yisrael, it would be 27. Again, we would disturb the balance of the Yud Kei Vov Kei. But the fact remains, as it says in the Tehillim on Shir Shel Yom of Thursday, Ki choik li Yisrael hu. The rule is, we should say Yisrael. But Mishpat, as in the actual sentence, we say Lelokei Yaakov. We say, we actually still use Velokei Yaakov. And if we turn to the Haftorah of Parshas Lech Lecha, it follows on from this theme in an unbelievably direct way, and maybe in a way that none of us ever read this, the beginning of the Haftorah. Lama Soimar Yaakov. Why are you saying Yaakov? Usedaber Yisrael. You should say Yisrael. It's clear. Why are you saying Yaakov? Get this. This is the first posuk in this week's Haftorah of Lech Lecha. Nistero darki me Hashem. Nistero darki me Yud-Kei Vov-Kei. The path to the 26 of Yud-Kei Vov-Kei is blocked. If that's why we don't say Yisrael. It's unbelievable that Uncle Laybi was able to find within these letters and within these words of Parshas Lech Lecha the path directly to Hashem. So I want to give everybody a bracha. You know, I had the merit to fly this week for the first time, probably almost ever. A plane took off from Tel Aviv and flew over Saudi Arabia and landed in Dubai. It's really Mashiach Zeiten, we're times of Mashiach. And so I give everybody a bracha that we should find the direct path to Hashem. It's powerful times, and we should really leverage these times and these energies, and we should all find the path straight to Hashem. Good Shabbos to everybody.